Okay, so this is the fifth time I'm filming this video because I have a new phone and apparently it's already out of storage. Um, this is gonna be a quick video since I don't even want to talk anymore. Got the body in. This is part three of the newbright JK build. Um, it's not the best shape. It does have some cracks, but whatever. They're getting a little hard to find. They're getting expensive again. The guy fixed it with some shoe goo. He did put lights in it. Some of the body posts are broke off, the factory ones. So I got to find out how I'm going to mount it. There's no videos on YouTube of that I could find of mounting the newbright JK to an axial frame, even though that's what everybody does. I also got in the wheels. These were labeled on eBay as the Copo wheels. They are that is the like $3,000 scale 1/6 or 8th scale four-door Jeep JK Wrangler. It's like $3,000. But on that rig, it says Copo in right here, and it did on the picture, but these don't. So fake, and they're not even the ones that are in the picture on the one. I don't know. I like them. I think they look cool. They're what I would consider a Jeep whacker kind of wheel. You know, you buy a four-door JK and you're like, oh, I'm gonna put some sweet wheels on it. These are those. That's why I got it. I think they look cool. I wouldn't put them on a real Jeep if I had it, but they look good for this build. I also got in the axial. Sorry that they're axial. It's a bummer to everybody, I know. The 90mm shocks, they have the little reservoir. Do some painting on them to make them look. I have not. We'll do some painting on them to make them look a little bit more detailed. I also got in the transfer case. It was the cheapest scale transfer case I could find, like $23, $24. It's just a 1 to 1 ratio, nothing real fancy. So I'm gonna have to make a bracket for that, some kind of little plate. But I'm gonna try and mount it off to the side so the drive shaft stays straight, and then the motor will go here. These wheels also came with these aluminum brake discs. They're drilled. They actually have little holes in them. They're super sweet, but I can't use them because these channel axles or Komodo axles, whatever you want to call them, the threads on the axle shaft are not long enough to have all that on it. So what I actually had to do, I couldn't even mount these, otherwise they'd have been so far inside the body that it would have looked ridiculous. So I have a 13mm wheel adapter in there, which then is attached by this little bolt instead of, you know, just a regular nut. But the little cap covers over it. These will not be stained red. They're going to get sandblasted, so they'll be a brushed aluminum. I still have to make a plate up for the servo. That'll be another video. Be a bunch of videos. This is not stained red, but I'm not going to tell you what color it will be, so that way you come back and keep checking out the videos. It has some decent flex. I still got to take out the rubber bushings in the bottom of the shocks. These shocks came in, I think, yesterday, so I just kind of had to mount it up. But it flexes pretty decent for what is to be on the side of scale, even though we all discovered that these are a 43-inch scale tire. That's ridiculous. Not very scale Jeep, I guess. But I'm just going to try and end this video around 5 minutes since it seems to cut out at 6 or 7. The rear axle is locked. I did lock it. It came with pins to lock this axle. They do not work. I don't know how you're supposed to lock these the correct way. I couldn't find any videos, so I just did what I do best and I made it work. They're supposed to go inside these tiny little holes that are in the axle shaft to the center kind of carrier. Well, they don't fit. Inside of grinding them down and drilling holes, I didn't want to ruin anything, so I had some small little roll pins that were from something, and I pressed them in with like a pair of pliers. And these have absolutely no play from side to side or at the pinion gear. The front is still open. They look cool when they spin. The front is open. just to give it better steering, a little bit more scale. I love air quotes. I have to lengthen the front lowers to get the body to sit right. I have to I have to shorten the rear links to get the rear axle front a little bit, and then everything will mount all nicely. They kind of rub a little bit if you have it on right, but the rear fits really nice in the shock hoops, fit really good in the rear seat channel, so that's what I don't want to move the body around too much. I just want to kind of get it to work where the frame can sit comfortably in the body, and then I can just mount the body. So before this video cuts out again, I'm just going to end it there, and see you for part 4, which will probably be, I have no idea when or what it will be about, but it will deal with this. And then someday we'll get to the Trailfinder 2, and some other day we'll get to the LR3 build. Kind of excited for that one. It's a started project, it's just nowhere near done. But the Trailfinder, that one works. That's my go-to. Alright, see you next video.